President, honourable members of the European Parliament, the Commission has been following very closely the current political situation in Serbia and the large mobilisation of students, joined by other groups of citizens following the tragic incident of the Novi Sad railway station. Citizens' participation, transparency and accountability play a vital role in the development of democratic societies. As underlined in my open letter published last week as an answer to the numerous letters which the Commission received, fundamental values are at the core of our common European project, which the European Union expects all candidate countries to embrace and respect. This includes freedom of assembly, which should be exercised peacefully and in accordance with the law. No violence should be tolerated, and we expect the Serbian police to continue ensuring the safety of demonstrators. The Commission has expressed concerns about the incidents against demonstrators that have been witnessed, and we expect a full, impartial and speedy investigation into these attacks. Language inciting violence and lack of mutual respect also cannot be the solution. We have expressed concerns about the authorities' treatment of a group of peaceful civil society activists from EU member states and candidate countries who were detained and later asked by the authorities to leave Serbia for representing a security risk. We have also expressed concerns about reports of illegal access to personal data of citizens and activists and publication of such data. This is not acceptable and needs to be followed up by the competent national authorities. Furthermore, spreading disinformation, hostile political rhetoric, including against the EU, against our citizens, against some respectful members of the European Parliament, and lately against EU delegation which holds dialogue to political and civil society stakeholders, has no place and will have no place on the path to EU integration. In these circumstances, it is important that the conditions are established for an inclusive dialogue involving all stakeholders, political actors, institutions, members of civil society and students and professors to address the concerns and achieve consensus on the reforms that are necessary for the European future of Serbia. This will strengthen Serbian society and consolidate Serbia's future within the EU. It remains the Commission's priority to support Serbia in advancing on its European path and become part of the European Union. But the path to EU membership encompasses reforms which enshrine our values not only in legislation but also in practice. And what is important, it is precisely Serbia's path towards the European Union that offers solutions to many of the issues that are in the heart of the requests of the protesters in Serbia today. The reforms which we want to see during the accession process will strengthen the fight against corruption, ensure the independence of the judiciary, accountability of institutions and transparent public procurement, promote media freedom and pluralism and improve electoral conditions. They should also ensure an enabling environment for civil society and build resilience against disinformation and information manipulation. All this represents the European way of Serbia, as it was well noted in the latest country progress report. If properly implemented, these reforms will have a transformative power that will benefit all citizens of Serbia and bring their country to the European Union. Serbia's leadership has repeatedly committed to these reforms. We are looking forward to the implementation of these commitments. In this geopolitical situation, EU member states ask also progressive alignment with the CFCP, and they have all legitimate right to ask for that, as we are expecting that future member states stand with us defending the principles of rules-based multilateral order. The EU accession process is now more political, more gradual, but also reversible. That is why it requires an intense effort by the entire society. It needs to be a national project owned by everyone, the government, the parliament, the opposition, civil society, every region, town and village, and ultimately every single citizen in the country. Dear honourable members, as you know, the European Commission regularly assesses the situation in Serbia, pointing to all the challenges and open issues very clearly, including in our annual enlargement package report. We will continue engaging with the authorities and all stakeholders, political actors and civil society to support the necessary reforms on Serbia's path to the EU for the benefit of all the citizens and the whole Serbian society.
Herzlichen Dank, Frau Kommissarin.